not just men, but people that reached their potential and influenced humanity in a way that was good, that was positive, that inspired. And not to say that I want to be some big face or anything like that. I just want to be one of the good guys, and I want to make sure that I do reach at least a certain degree of my potential. I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to be super famous, whatever. I just want people to know that, oh yeah, okay, he's cool, you know, without that commonplace anxiety and shiftiness that so many people exhibit nowadays. Even when someone comes by that kind of indicates even the slightest degree of confidence or something like that, it scares people, and that's what I don't want. So whatever it takes to make that not be the way of things, then that's what I want. You know?
If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? Try to limit to one place if you can, for now.
Like to stay or to visit?
Visit.
To visit. Right now, toss-up between Ireland and Iceland. That's a toss-up. One or the other. Iceland, because they seem, based on whatever kind of information I have access to on the internet, they're one of the few countries on the planet that has exhibited even a slight degree of common sense dealing with the global situation. Or Ireland, just because I hear they got pubs and beer. Freckled girls with red hair. You know.
Understood, sir, understood. Fantastic, fantastic. I love Ireland too. Do you believe in reincarnation?
That's a good one. And I'll have to say that energy can't be created or destroyed. So it only changes forms. So within the context of my understanding, I'd have to allow for it. It would actually, I think it'd actually be quite arrogant maybe to think that, you know, much like our mortal coil, to think that our spiritual coil remains as it always does, whether we're a human or a dog or a plant. You know, I mean, the idea I would be trying to communicate here would be that I had it there for a second, then I got heartburn. Yes, I believe in reincarnation. I'd say so. Yeah.
If you could only take 10 songs to a desert island, and the desert island had a power hookup, what one group at least would you take?
What, one group or
Yes.
artist?
One artist, yeah. Which, absolutely.
Jimi Hendrix.
That was it.
God damn, that man, amazing.
Thank you. Who has been your favorite co-worker thus far in your working life, and why?
Oh, that's a good one. I've worked with a lot of really cool people. Good people. I'd have to say, you know, damn, that's Justin Raby, I'd have to say, because he hired me and worked with me at my worst. And so he went out of his way. He put his good name on the line to get me a job. And yeah, he wasn't my coworker. He was my immediate supervisor, but it wasn't a very formalized relationship. With our crew of 4, we went in, we did our work, and we went out. But if someone had a question or an executive decision had to be made, that was Justin's job. So so Justin Raby, probably one of the best guys I've ever met too.
What would you rather do, Viagra or Kundalini yoga?
Kundalini yoga. Come on. Come on.
Best day in your life, and then the worst day in your life.
Oh. Best.
You can go opposite if you want.
I'm just trying to. That's best day in my life. Best day in my life would be. I think that's Hard one. I'm just trying to remember if I've saved any lives. That's the worst. All right. Okay. Just give me a moment here.
Yeah, yeah. Would you like to come back to it while I ask you a much simpler question?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite thing you own?
Yes.
What is it?
Well, it'll either be the snowboard, which is it's a good and proper thing to have, or the other good and proper thing to have.
Understood, sir, and I hope the audience understands what Pavel means. What makes good leadership?
Empathy, and I don't want to say charisma because that sounds shallow, but the ability to communicate to people in a way that they understand, and not just in a way that they understand, but in a way that they want to relate to you and they want to be part of whatever you're doing. So, yeah, like that. First of all, knowing how someone feels. Second of all, knowing how to communicate to them. And third of all, not only knowing how to communicate with them, but how to not manipulate them into doing what you want, but convincing them that what you want to do is worth everyone's while. Whoever is associated with whatever task is worth doing. That's leadership.
Have you ever been around somebody that exhibited such qualities?
Oh yeah.
Are we talking about Justin Raby again, or is it somebody different?
No, Joshua Hickey. That guy's got leadership skills. That's not the only person I've met that's exhibited leadership qualities, but that's definitely one of them. Who else? Leadership. Actually, Justin Raby, yeah, he exhibits leadership qualities. I mean, I listen to him, so he'd have to. I mean, I don't listen to someone if they don't exhibit competence, proper leadership, not the
do what I tell you because I've got more stripes on my arm or I'm higher up the corporate ladder.
That doesn't constitute any kind of real authority whatsoever in reality at all. That means that someone stayed confined in a cubicle for X amount of years longer than someone else. That's not leadership. That's the opposite of leadership, I think. So, but yeah, Justin Raby, Joshua Hickey, even Kim Folks at the library, and he wasn't even in a position where I was subordinate to him to any degree, but I went to him with questions, and I asked him when I needed a real answer to a question. I went to Kim Folks, and that was when I was working at the library. The guy was he is a stand-up guy, and this is a very interesting fact about Kim Folks. I think last year or the year before, he witnessed not a sex attack on a minor, but a very inappropriate situation that had presented itself close to, I think, the Lois Hole Library. And he chased the guy down. And he called, the cops got called. He had a superhero moment, either last year or the year before. And it was I saw his picture in the newspaper. I'm like, hey, Kim, attaboy, you know. So yeah, those are at least three names, the three real men, three guys that I would actually, you know, if they told me to do something, I would do it.
What's the greatest journey you've taken?
That'd have to be the houseboating trips. Like, I mean, it was only 8 days, but what we traveled in those 8 days was more than just distance on Lake Shuswap. It was not just Lake Shuswap.
Awesome.
It was transcendent. The beauty of the place, the ability to go sea-doing everywhere and drink and eat, and it was good. And the girls, you know.
Thank you, Pavel Frygga.
No worries.
Please stay tuned, audience, for questions to the same man about subjects that are more philosophical. Thank you, Pavel.
Have a good night. Was that okay?
Doesn't want to stop recording.